This small RV behind me is the Wingamm Oasi 690. It is 22.5 feet long and built on the Ram ProMaster 3500 chassis. Now this is made in Italy and then shipped over to the US for sale here. And it has some standout features. Today I'm going to give you a full tour inside and out of this motorhome. Now up front, both of the seats flip around for this living area. This table goes back and forth, and you can also swivel it so you can move it out of the way when you want to turn the chairs back for driving. One thing I like about this layout is they have this additional seat here as opposed to some of the smaller Oasis that they sell. If you want to see some of those walkthroughs, you can head over to our YouTube channel and check out the 540.1 and the 610 that we've done. Now there is seating for about 6 people in here. But there is seat belts for 4. So you've got the 2 additional seat belts here. If you were going to seat someone in the corner, you just remove those cushions. There is plenty of room up here. I have a lot of headroom, and just above me there is this nice roof vent skylight, nightshades, and bug screens if you want it open. On both sides of the bed, there are these cubbies for your personal devices, LED reading lights, and each of the LED reading lights has a USB so you can charge your devices at night. There are also a couple little cubbies here. And then on the driver's side of the RV, there is a shelf and then a cabinet. And inside the cabinet is the controls for the Truma furnace and hot water heater. Above me, there is a skylight that opens. So open that, and when it is open, you have nightshade as well as a bug screen. Under this seat here, this is the Victron battery system. So it comes standard in the Gas Delete model with 300 amp hours of lithium battery, which can be upgraded to 900 amp hours of lithium battery. You get a 2 or 3,000 watt inverter and 130 watts of solar on the roof. Above this little jump seat, there's a 120 outlet. Up here is the display for the Victron energy system. And this is the Firefly system. So you can control the lights and other things through this panel. You can also control the lights through your phone. And this also shows you the freshwater and gray water, which are 37 gallons fresh and 32 gallons gray. In the entryway, there are a couple cubbies for storage. And then moving into the galley, we'll start with the 2 cabinets above the galley. There's a sink, nice size faucet, dual induction stove. This model has a microwave, drawer, and more drawers below the stove. Now this is one interesting feature. So if I pull this out, take this, this now becomes a cutting board. So this is locked in place. It's not going to wiggle around, and you can use this while you're cooking. And when you're done, just pull it back out and it stows away. All of these have locking tabs on them so they don't come open while you're driving down the road. In terms of refrigerator space, they've done something a bit unique. So they have dual refrigerators with small freezers in each one. So both of these refrigerators are the same size. They are small, but you get 2 of them. Now across from me is the dry bath. But before I get to that, I'm going to show you the closet and drawers over here. So this is a hanging closet with drawers beneath it. And then a small cabinet at the bottom. And this is the dry bath, which is something cool in an RV that is 22.5 feet long. Now to close the door, there's a lock here, lock that, and this just comes across. Now there are actually 2 ways to bathe yourself in here. Standard shower head, and then down below you also have a shower wand. In the bathroom itself, there's a sink, mirror, toothbrush holder, cassette toilet, toilet brush holder, nice size cabinet down below, 120 outlet, USB and 12 volt for charging devices, and a cabinet along the side. There's a 12 volt AC system above me that runs directly off of the battery system. And the Oasis 690 has two floor plans. This one has the full bed that goes east-west. The other has twin beds that go north-south. There are a couple cabinets back here, as well as storage cubbies. At the head of the bed, there are cubbies on both sides, LED reading lights that have a USB plug so you can charge your devices. And in this backrest, we'll actually pull forward so you can lay on it, and when you're ready to go to sleep, it folds back in. For privacy, this has a curtain that comes across, and then below this bed is the large garage unit that you can access through this door here. All right, let's go see the twin model. In the twin bed version, there's a few noticeable differences. First off, it's the dry bath. So the shower has a different configuration as well as the bathroom itself. The next difference is in the kitchen area, there is a larger fridge rather than the two smaller ones. Now this one doesn't have the hanging closet and drawers that the full bed model does. What it does have is the storage down below. So this is a large cabinet that you have access to from the garage. And then there are drawers along the side of the bed. Personally, I like the twin bed model more. The reason I like the twin beds is you get more room back in the bedroom, and you don't have to crawl over someone in the middle of the night if you have to go to the bathroom. Now, one thing to note, this bed is longer than this side, so I'd have to make sure Kate can sleep on this side because I'm definitely getting this side at 5'11". There are windows on both sides. They have a curtain, and then the bug screen, nightshade, and you can open these for cross ventilation. There's this nice cubby up here with mood lighting, and then behind me we have 3 cabinets along with more cubbies for your devices at night. And then there are the LED reading lights along the side with that USB connector so you can charge your devices at night. There's a skylight, which the other one doesn't have. And again, this is going to be nice when it's night, you want some air flowing, or you just want to look up and see the stars, you have this in bed. This has a screen door. On the door itself, there's a shade for privacy and this small trash can. Above me, there's a Fiamma manual awning, LED light. Down here is a storage cabinet. Now all of these cabinets can be locked using the key fob and unlocked. So all you have to do is push this button and it pops open. The only one that doesn't is the cabinet door for the cassette toilet. This rear garage is my favorite feature on this motorhome and something I don't see a lot in a motorhome that's 22.5 feet long. So this is big enough to have a small kind of mini bike or Vespa type motorcycle in here. It is all heated and insulated. There are plenty of cubbies for storage as well as the D-rings on the wall. You have a storage area for your cassette toilet, so you can bring another one along. There is an outdoor shower. Here's the vent for the heat into the garage. And then you have a door that leads into the camper, so you can access the garage or camper from either way. Now this motorcycle ramp is an option. Let me show you what the garage on the twin bed looks like. This is the garage of the twin bed model. You can see what it looks like without the motorcycle ramp. And then on the side, this is the access to that underbed storage I showed you before. This RV does have a backup camera, and then there's another access door for the garage. Now, let me know in the comments below, would you bring a motorcycle with you, or would you do something else with this garage area? I mean, this is a huge space, and I'm curious to know what people would do, especially if you're a full-timer or you're going on a long trip. Here's where you access the cassette. And again, there's a spare that you can access in the garage. And then another storage area. So this particular model has the propane delete, so it's all electric. If you had the propane model, this is where the propane tanks would go. One of the standout features for the Wingamm Oasi models is their one-piece monocoque fiberglass shell. What I love about this is how seamless it is from the ProMaster chassis into this one-piece shell, which is going to give it great R value. It's very quiet inside, as well as a lot of insulation so you can keep it cool or hot depending on where you're going. Since the tanks are all located inside and they're heated, this is a 4-season RV. This is a cutaway of the monocoque shell. It's very robust, nice thick fiberglass. Here's the closed cell foam insulation, and this is the floor that is bonded to the wall. Now the floor also is insulated, and there are these channels that run through it, so when you have your heat on, the heat goes through these channels and it creates radiant heat in the RV. Now everyone's favorite subject, price. The Wingamm Oasi 690 starts just under $230,000. I would love to know what you think of the 690 down in the comments below, and tell me which floor plan is your favorite. But that is it for this video. Thank you all so much for watching. If you would like to see other walkthroughs of small RVs, head over to our YouTube channel at We're the Russos. We'll see you next time. Bye.
Wait, you're still here? Well, I guess that means you're in need of a good book, and I've got two for you. Take Risks and Tales from the Open Road, available on Amazon and pretty much anywhere else you can buy books these days.